Hey guys, what is up? It's TotalXclipse here, and today I thought I'd do a few loot guides for those looking to peruse around the Dark Zone in the Division. So here's a carefully drawn out map of this loot run. So first off, you want to make your way to the first star, which is by the grey landmarked zone, and then straight up north to the blockade where there's the following star. Then turn right. You have the choice of either going underground and clearing out that area, or you could clear out the construction site first, then work your way through the underground car park and then cross over to the extraction area. Now, early Dark Zone gameplay can be quite difficult, so for this particular guide, though I state it is a low-level loot farming guide, you may want to consider playing with friends, especially if it's your first time or first couple of times going into the Dark Zone. It's always good to have the extra players on your side so that you don't need to worry about other players, and it's also great to have that backup in case you get downed. Now, if you are going to play solo in the Dark Zone, which is typically what I do, consider checking out my solo Dark Zone guide. And if you're in a team, you might want to consider taking specialized classes for teamwork. For example, someone going tank, someone going full DPS, someone going specialized electronics, that kind of thing, to maximize your potential as a team. But to be honest, in the early levels of the Dark Zone, this really isn't necessary. But do bear in mind, if it is your first time, the Dark Zone can be a very unforgiving place. But at the same time, the rewards definitely outweigh the risk. Now, during your early level farming, you want to stick to the lower levels. For this loot run, I've located 2 boss enemies which drop relatively good loot for lower levels, but know your limits. If you need to cut your losses and run, do, as it's hard to suggest a good loot run when everyone's equipment stats can be so varied. Now, starting off, you want to head to Koreatown. There's an elite there that will drop a fairly good amount of loot, and with any luck you'll pick up a Dark Zone key as well. Now, follow up from here, you want to head to the blockade just north of where you were. You will find another elite with a fair few enemies again. Now, if you struggle with this, consider aggroing an enemy group first that's nearby. Just make sure they're not the same type, and bring them over and let them fight it out, and then you can just pick off the last few. From there, you want to head around the corner and through the underground parking lot to your right. Here you will find a couple of containers to pick up some more loot, and then you can head to an evac point which is nearby. You just have to go past the petrol station, and there's going to be some more containers, one in the back of the van. There's also some division tech around the scaffolding, if I remember rightly. Now, if you've managed to fight through both elites with relative ease, you can add the construction site area to your loot run, which instead of going right down through the underground parking lot, you just carry on straight on and then turn left. It's very near. There are a good few crates down there which you can sneak around and loot, or if you want to go ahead and fight the named enemies, you can do that as well. They're on the top floor and they drop some pretty good loot. But bear in mind, only do this if you know you're sure you can cope. The amount of times I've died at the construction site as a low-level player is ridiculous. If you're on your own, you really have to be careful. What you want to do is draw them out and pick them off one by one, and make sure you're not getting flanked. Now guys, if you want to try a tougher loot, which will definitely have better payoffs, check out my low to medium level loot guide here, and I will also have a few other guides for the higher levels among us coming soon. Now, if you did enjoy the video, please like it. If you want to see more, obviously subscribe. We've got loads coming up, and I am just gobbling up as much gameplay as I possibly can with the Division at the moment. It's quite incredible. I've only just got to level 30, but I have some good video ideas for you. Anyway, thank you very much for watching.
We've got the package.